Okay, so today we're going to be doing comparison of hypochlorous acid at both 200 ppm and 500 ppm. That's a free active chlorine, which is the active ingredient. And we're going to compare that to Lysol. And the idea is to show that the product made from just water and salt can clean just as well. But how do we prove that? Well, here's how we prove that. This is called an ADPT tester. An ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. It's found in everything that either is alive or once was alive. And it's what the health department uses when it goes to a restaurant or another place, healthcare facility, to try and see if they're really doing a good job cleaning. So what they'll do is they'll go to a restaurant and they'll say, have you cleaned that booth over there? And if the restaurant says, yes, that's clean, they'll go over and they'll use these little swabs, which I'm going to show you in a moment, where they'll actually swab a small area and put it inside this machine that will detect how much ATP is in that area. Now, there shouldn't be very much, and there's levels. Usually below 100 is considered fairly clean. Of course, below 50 cleaner, and 25, but the lower the number, the cleaner. But when it's dirty, there's no doubt it's dirty, and it's usually in the hundreds or thousands. And then the restaurant knows they're not doing a very good job cleaning. So these are very accurate. And again, what we're going to do is I have three little discs that I've got here that I've made sure are dirty. I want to give us something dirty to do a before test and an after test with them. So these were actually kept in my new puppy's little cage for a little while for him to get dirty. And they're definitely, well, we're going to find out because we're going to do a reading for how dirty they are to begin with. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing is they're going to go to the first one here. And we're going to do a little swab of the area. Okay. Actually, let's go both directions. Okay. That. We put it in the container. Break the liquid. Okay. We just shake this up. Okay. Put it in the tester. Close and hit OK. And hopefully it'll be a high number, because sometimes the problem with these tests is actually finding something that's really dirty for you to make a good comparison on. So let's see how this came out. 1, 0, and 110. Well, actually not that bad. Not as dirty as I would have expected. Let's try the second one. Let's see how dirty the second one is. Okay. Okay. Again, 10 seconds. Okay, so let's see how the second one is. $191. Well, quite a bit dirtier than the first one. So let's keep going here. And let's try the third one. Let's see how dirty it is. Okay. Okay, and the third one is and 119. So really not that dirty, but let's go ahead and do an after. Let's go ahead and do the cleaning of them and see what the difference is. The most dirty one was the second one. So we'll let that go ahead and be for the hypochlorous. And these were about the same, about around 120. So let's first take the finger on the right side here. In fact, let me pull it back here to make sure I don't get on any of this stuff. Clean that, okay. go ahead and put the second one on here. And let's go ahead and put the third one on here. Oop, just open this. There we go. Okay. All right. Now the instructions on these, I think I always say wait for 10 minutes, but yep. It's depending on what it is you're trying to kill, 10 minutes. But that's not the way most people use it. Most people put stuff on, wipe it off. So I think we should do it the way most people do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and wipe it off. And again, I would expect it to be clean. You know, Lysol's a good product. The problem is Lysol's flammable and poisonous and expensive. Okay, so let's put that over there. Shake this one now. Let's clean this. Okay, and the third one. Okay, all right, now they need to be dry. Actually, give that a little bit there. Let's do our second reading. Yep, that's dry. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our second reading here. Okay. Okay, 10, that's there. All right. And while that's happening, dry, yep, that's dry. I'll go ahead and take a reading here while that's going on. Okay. And let's see. So an 8. So it came down quite a bit. Very, very good job. Okay. Now let's go ahead and try the second one we have, which I believe is our 200, right? Yeah, here's our 200 strength. Put that in. And oh, which one did I take up? I don't have the, there's a new one. Okay. And our last one, and while that's happening, okay. Ooh, touched my fingers. I hope I didn't get it. I think I might have contaminated it. Let's see. If it suddenly has a high number, it's because I hit my finger, but I don't think it will. Let's see. Okay, well, a 2. So our 200 was 4 times better. But the fact is, 8's clean. 2's just even cleaner. Okay, let's see. Now this one is, again, I might have hit it, but if that's the case, I'll actually do one more reading. So one more over here. Let's see if it comes on a normal reading. If not, we'll just do it again. Okay, I think it hit my finger. Let me go ahead and do it again. Just be careful when you're putting them back in, not to touch them. So let's try that. Because no reason a 200 would come out at a 2 and a 500 would come out at 28 unless I hit myself. Just shows you how sensitive they are, just barely touching me. You know, put it up that much. Okay, and let's see. Last one. A 2. So the fact is, the 2 is probably from my breathing. Just the moisture in my breath is enough to have a few particles of something that is alive beyond here. But the point was just this. These are made from water and salt, and if it's our small machine, a very small amount of vinegar. On our large machines, just water and salt. And you've just seen the ADPT test that it got it cleaner. So even if this does a good job cleaning, this also does a good job cleaning, except this, as I said, non-flammable, organic, completely made of water and salt, so no flammability. And if you're going to be cleaning your counters and your floors, you want your pets and your children and your friends and family to be dealing with poisons and pesticides or with salt and water. Something you need to consider. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.